Yes, grade 10, let's look at mathematical literacy paper 1 that we did in June. All right, this is our paper 2024. Question 1. Study the invoice on annexure A and answer the questions that follow. Here is the invoice, and this is annexure A. This is annexure A. Allow me to show only the invoice. All right, here we go. Identify the account number. Come to the invoice, we identify the account number. Account number is this one here. So the account number was supposed to be the account number is 409,757,3,245. By when should this invoice be paid? Amount due. When is it due? We come here. Due. So the 2nd of July 2024. So we come here, write the date, 2nd July 2024. Determine the total amount payable. Total amount payable. We come here and we say amount now payable is, we shall say here 760 rands. 760 rands, 73 cents. Was the previous account settled in full? Give a reason for your answer. Now the previous account, it's here, we take note of this. Balance brought forward, it's this much. But the person paid how much? The person only paid 400. That means balance. The account was not settled. Previous invoice overdue. It's this much. So we shall go back there in the equation there and we shall say the first answer is no. You say there was a balance of 98 rands, 64 cents. Why has interest been charged, and on what amount was the interest charged? Interest is charged because the account was not paid. Interest was charged. Interest was charged because the account was not paid in full. And on which amount was the interest charged? It's the balance, the amount overdue, the overdue amount. The overdue amount. What does VAT stand for? VAT, this stands for value. The A stands for added, and the T stands for tax. Arrange all the amounts of the invoice in ascending order. When we hear ascending order, we shall start from small to big. We shall go to our, and I'm taking note of this. They're saying arrange all amounts on the invoice, all amounts. So we shall go there and we see all the amounts. We start now. Which one's the smallest? The smallest text number one. The smallest text number one. So we have here number one, followed by, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, we have 3 here, then we have 4, 5, 6, 452, 6, then we have 7, 8, we have a 9 here, we have a 10, 10 will be, we have 620, 620, and okay. We have a 10, 11, 12, and 13. So in ascending order, we shall start with this value here, and we shall end with this. All the amounts in ascending order. There's any other, the amounts were all on here. So shall come back here and you see. We shall say $498 rand 64 cents. Then we go to 574. 25, then we have 600. 656. 3 times, 656. Then we end with 760 over 73. From small to big, that's what we wanted. That's how we are supposed to arrange all the values. All right, we look at the values in the invoice. An example of are the amount values in the invoice an example of discrete or continuous? This is an example of continuous. If they ask for the reason, continuous, ask the reason, because they have what? They have commas. Let's look at question number 2. Kelvin needs to travel from his workplace, from his home to his workplace. Kevin has the following 2 options. Option 1, Kevin can take a bus at the train station, can take a bus to the train station, then take a train to his workplace. The bus fare is 11 rands 50 cents and the train ticket is 16 rands. The option 2, Kevin can drive directly with his own car from his home to the workplace. Kevin lives 30 kilometers from the workplace. He has calculated that the cost per kilometer, including fuel and wear and tear on this car, would be 2 rands 25 cents. Define the term tariff. Tariff, we know it as charge per unit. Tariff is charge per unit. Name one advantage of using your own car. 1, it will take you directly to where you're supposed to go. You don't have to think of what? Getting another car to push you to your destination. Number 2, it does not, you don't need to have a schedule. Immediately you finish, you can leave. In other words, it's convenience. It gives you convenience. Number 2, it could be comfortable by the more than a public transport. Determine whether okay, here we go. Determine whether it will be cheaper for Kevin to use a bus and a train, option 1, to get to work, or to use his own car, option 2. Show all the working. Now here we're going to need option 1. You need to give us the amount he's going to spend. So for the car, for the bus, he has to take that much, 11 rands 50 cents, plus the train, which is 16. So all in all, you have 27 cents. But remember, he has to go and come back. In other words, this is 55 rands. Yeah, option 1, he's going to spend 55 rands. That's 1 day. For the car, which is option 2, he has to take 30 kilometers. A day they are 60. Then each kilometer is going to spend 2 rand 25 cents. So in 1 day, I spent 135 rands. So don't forget, you need to conclude and tell us that option 1 is cheaper. Option 1 is cheaper. All right, we look at 2.1.4. If the train travels a distance of 25 kilometers along the rail lines, a train travels a distance of 25 kilometers along the railway lines. How much does it cost to travel by train per kilometer? How much does it? Now we need cost per kilometer. That means you're going to get the money per kilometer. This is because now the train charges 65 divided by how many kilometers are they? And they're telling us round off your answer correctly to the nearest run. So meaning you need to round up to the whole number divided by 25. Yeah, we ended up having 0.64. So the whole number, it becomes 1 rand per kilometer. That's the answer there. 2.2. Last Thursday, Kevin used his car to travel to the city center mall. Kevin was charged 50 rands for parking from 9:07 to 14:55. Use the city center mall parking tariff below to determine if he was charged the correct amount. Show all your calculations. Now, first and foremost, we need to know how much time did he spend at the mall. So it's 1455 minus 907. We find out that he has spent around 5 hours and 48 minutes. This pushes him to this, we bring it up and it becomes 6 hours. So yeah, the person spent 6 hours. Now we come to the mall. Between 0 and 15 minutes, here you pay nothing. 15 minutes, from 10 minutes and 1 hour, you pay 8 rand. So for him, he spent 6 hours. So 6 hours falls in this bracket here. So he was supposed to pay 25 rands. Indeed, he was overcharged. He was overcharged. Okay. Question number 3. The school will be participating in a 7th rugby tournament. Study the table below on the player information and answer the questions that follow. We have player 1 up to player 7. Identify the tallest player. Now, the tallest, we shall use the height. The tallest player here, we look for the highest number here, which is this. So we shall say player 7. Then name one data collection instrument that could have been used to gather this information. 1, you could have interviewed them. Interview, because you can't use observation, or you might have given them a questionnaire. You might have given them a questionnaire. What percentage of boys weighed more than 70? So we come here, we look for more than 70. We have 1, 2. So they are 2. Remember, we are looking at percentage. So it's 2 out of the 7 times 100. So 2 divided by 7 times 100, which is 28.57%. Here we go. Calculate the average mass of the 7. Average mass of the 7. So now, average. In other words, we're looking for mean. So we shall say mean. We are looking at mass. So we shall take the first mass, 65, add a 72, plus a 68, plus a 65, plus a 72, a 66, and a 62. All in all, after adding, we shall divide by 7, because we have added 7 numbers. So 65 plus 72 plus 68 plus 65 plus 72 plus 66 plus 62. We have 470. Divide this by 7, you get the answer as 67.14 kilograms. 3.5. Times the probability of randomly selecting a player that weighs less than 65. Probability. We are looking for players who weigh less than 65. So we shall come here and look at 65. We have 1. Actually, probability now will be 1 out of 7. They never said as a decimal. Oh, sorry, yeah, write your answer in decimal places. So here we come, we divide 1 divided by 7, we get 0.14, 2 decimal places. Complete the frequency table players height on the on the attached answer. All right, they want us to fill in the frequency table here. Now, this is about the height, so we shall only look at the heights here. So we shall look for heights that are that belong from 1,2 to 1,55. 1,2 to 1,55, we only have 1. So here we put 1 stick, and this other side we write 1 number. Then between 1,56 to 1,65. So here we have 1, 2, 156, 3. There's no any other. So here we have 1, 2, 3. So this becomes 3 side. We said 1, 2, 3. Then between 1,66 to 1,85. We have 1,851, 1,2. We have that. Also, these ones are should come 1, 2. We write 3 here. So between 6, there's nothing. We leave it like that. This is a 0. Add everything, you get 7. That's how it's supposed to be done. And that marks the end of our paper 1.